Hi, I'm Jonathan with Volunteers in Public Schools, and today I want to introduce you to one of our board members, Mike Zobrist. He's been a donor and a volunteer and a member of our board for a long time. As a matter of fact, I think just before we got started, we were saying somewhere between 15 and 20 years, right in there, right?
Yep, that's correct, Jonathan.
All right. So obviously, if you've been with us for this long, it's something that you really care about. What drew you to VIPS, and why have you stuck with it for so long?
Well, Jonathan, when I was still working, one of the things that impressed me was the amount of effort that was being put in our organization and in the community for helping children. And I was working with some other junior achievement programs, and then Wayne Davis, one of our existing board members, he's still a board member, mentioned to me that you ought to consider volunteers in public schools. If you're really interested in helping the children in our schools, they can really use all the help they can get. So he introduced me. I started as a reading friend. I was working downtown, so I was working with some of the downtown schools. And then I retired in 2003, and that's when I decided to volunteer at Bernard Terrace. They're right around the corner from me, and they really needed help. And I've worked with both reading and math friends probably for, like I said, 15 to 20 years. And I really feel it's made a difference, and I know that they really need the help.
Okay, well, that is great. So you started out as a volunteer, and then you decided to also be a donor. Why did you decide to do both?
Well, I think one of the things that I saw was that working with these children, VIPS was providing a lot of benefits, a lot of books, and they had some very excellent staff, but obviously they need funding for that. And I think that anything that is helping our children in public schools, I felt it was a very worthwhile effort, so I felt that I needed to get behind that as well. I joined the board. Wayne also introduced me to the board, so when I got on the board, I felt that was also important as a board member to be a participant from the point of view of basically donating as well.
Oh, well, that is fantastic. We really appreciate it. So one last thing, what would you say to someone who's looking for a way to give back to their community through supporting VIPS?
Okay, one of the things that I think is that we have a number of children in our public schools that need help reading and working with math. We've got, I think it's 600 to 700 volunteers that are reading and doing math with children, but there are still a number of unfilled needs. There's a number of children that do not have any volunteers to work with them. So I think one of the easiest things to do would be to give up maybe a half hour to 1 hour a week, either reading or working with math with children in public schools, so primarily first to third grade. And it's something that is very simple, and that's something that anybody that really wants to help, I think they can do it, and it is simple and it doesn't take a whole lot of their time.
All right. Well, thank you so much for sitting down to chat with me today, and thank you for tuning in to watch this video.